Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast that brings you in-depth analysis and discussion of the day's top news stories. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're focusing on the ongoing conflict between the United States and Iran, with reports emerging of potential talks between the two nations. According to recent announcements, U.S. President Donald Trump has stated that the U.S. and Iran have held very good and productive conversations about a complete and total resolution of hostilities in the Middle East. However, Iranian officials have denied that any negotiations have taken place, leaving many to question the accuracy of these claims. German Foreign Minister Johann Wadefel has expressed optimism about the situation, suggesting that Trump's announcement could mark a turning point in the nearly month-long conflict. Wadefel believes that Trump's statement indicates a serious effort to engage in dialogue with Iran, and that this could be a positive step towards de-escalating tensions. Meanwhile, Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson has clarified that Qatar is not directly mediating between the U.S. and Iran, but rather supporting all formal and informal diplomatic channels to end the war. This comes as Egypt, Pakistan, and Turkey continue their mediation efforts to seek de-escalation in the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and sources to gain a comprehensive understanding of the conflict. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing you with balanced and unbiased analysis. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the world of taxes and relationships today. As we explore the complexities of filing jointly or separately, it's essential to consider the financial implications of each option. Filing jointly can often lead to a lower tax bill, but there are scenarios where filing separately might be the smarter move. For instance, if one spouse owes back taxes, unpaid child support, or has certain debts that could trigger a refund offset, filing separately may help protect the other spouse's refund. Additionally, couples with large student loan debt may benefit from filing separately to qualify for lower income-driven repayment plan payments. It's also important to note that when filing separately, if one spouse itemizes deductions, the other spouse generally has to itemize as well, rather than taking the standard deduction. This can have significant effects on overall tax liability and eligibility for credits. To make an informed decision, it's crucial to run the numbers and compare outcomes using tax software or consulting a tax professional. Don't just focus on the refund figure. Consider total tax liability, retirement account implications, and any downstream effects on student loan payments or debt offsets. Ultimately, whether to file jointly or separately depends on individual circumstances. While most financial experts recommend filing together, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. By understanding the pros and cons of each option, couples can make an informed decision that works best for their unique situation. Welcome back to Concrete Block. I'm your host, Walter. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a look at some significant developments from around the world. First, let's head to Italy, where Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has faced a setback after voters rejected her judicial reform proposal in a referendum. According to reports, almost 54% of voters said no to the proposed reforms, with opposition papers hailing the result as a major defeat for Meloni's government. On the other hand, supporters of the Prime Minister argue that the referendum was a test of her leadership and that she will continue to push for reforms. Meanwhile, in other news, the European Union has signed a trade deal with Australia, aiming to diversify its trade partnerships amid tensions with the U.S. The agreement includes provisions for increased defense cooperation and access to rare earth minerals. However, EU farmers have expressed concerns about the deal, calling it unacceptable. We'll be keeping an eye on how this develops and what implications it may have for global trade. It's also worth noting that the United Nations World Meteorological Organization has released its latest report on the state of the climate, highlighting both challenges and successes in the fight against climate change. From conservation heroes like a one-eyed dog in Northern Ireland to innovative solutions in renewable energy, there are many stories of progress and hope. As we close out today's show, it's clear that there's no shortage of important news and developments from around the world. At Concrete Block, we're committed to bringing you fair, balanced, and informative reporting, helping you stay up to date on the issues that matter most. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.